20 miles west of downtown Dallas. One of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And he'll take it for 4 yards on the game's first play. Here's 2nd and 6. Cooks going in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Cooks going in motion. 3rd and short. Prescott in trouble, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Right back to Irving. He'll get about 3. And that's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Mayfield to throw. That's caught. It's Evans. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 9. On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Here's 3rd and 2. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he's going to have a Buccaneers 1st down. They needed 2 and gained 6.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Baker going to hand it to White. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. On play action, Mayfield. He'll find his running back, White. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Irving. And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Mayfield. And he's going to have a Bucs first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive. Now Mayfield. Now screen set up for Irving. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Now the veteran, it's Chase Edmonds. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down. Here's a run. He's slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal. From the gun, it's Mayfield. It is brought in the end zone. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. A return coming from the 14. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Prescott now. This one intercepted. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Pass thrown deep for Godwin. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. Just the lone touchdown in that first half of action. 7-0 is our score. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Irvin. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
On 2nd down, Baker. And he's taken down up past the 35.
And this quarterback has a reputation for being one of the faster quarterbacks in the league. But what I loved here is, yes, he used his legs, but he remained a passer for as long as he could and leads to a nice pickup.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion. And then really, it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Here's 2nd and 9. Mayfield. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Here's Irving. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground is Edmonds. He'll take it into the red zone. It's at the 19. throwing on second down. Mayfield. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Black. Still going. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Dallas. The offense trying to extend the lead, but the defense, not only the takeaway, but, Greg, the pick six, and they can tie this thing up.
Yeah, and this game has been in the balance the entire way, and now for this defense to come up with this pick six, they've got a decision to make now, finding themselves down by 1 here in the second half.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. Mayfield to throw it here on first down. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
There's a saying on defense, Mike, tips and overthrows, you've got to get those. Those got to turn into interceptions. So if you're the offense here, after you saw that ball batted in the air, man, I can promise you it felt like a lifetime waiting to see if it just falls harmlessly to the ground.
Second down throw from Mayfield. It's complete to Evans. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to
nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Down the field, it's Evans. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. It's a big play when they needed it the most. An even 40 yards. They'll run it here with Edmonds. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll come up now for second down. Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. It is second down and 5. They'll run. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
White. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. They'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to White. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll stick to the ground. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd down. Here we go. One final play. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. So a win here for the visiting Bucks. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone. We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. On 2nd down, Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And that'll set up fourth down. The Lions will punt this ball away. Back deep for the Bucs, their speedster, Trey Palmer. And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. First and 10 now from the 36. They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And he gets this up close to the 40. Aiden Hutchinson, the former first-rounder, in on the tackle. Second and 7. They go play action with Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Here's third and 7. Baker to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or two short.
I think in this field position, Mike, when fourth and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on fourth down.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on fourth down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Mayfield to throw on first and 10. They send Godwin in motion. To throw is Mayfield. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Not much happening there. Tackled at the 17. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
To throw is Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be out of bounds, but he got the 1st down, so it's going to be 1st and goal. They're going to mark it at the 6.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on 3rd down at these shorter down and distances. But in this case, they catch the defense off guard, they time it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the 1st down.
Now Goff. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A give. This is Irving. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. Aiden Hutchinson, the former 1st rounder, in on the tackle. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll go right and find his running back.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Two minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go. Mayfield. And this is going to work out. They get the first down. It was 4th and 4, a little risk, but it pays off.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, that's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for, and that will lead to a 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time, Mike, talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones, and saw a great example of it here, laying out, going down to get this ball, holding on through contact with the ground, and it's a big-time play.
The Lions call their first timeout as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Mayfield. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
The best defenders, Mike, they have an ability to impact the game in a lot of different ways. I mean, take this guy. Earlier in the game, he comes up with a big interception. Now he gets sent on a blitz. He comes through for a sack. They better find out exactly where this guy is, both run and pass. He's having himself a great day.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. To throw is Mayfield. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on down. Off to throw on 1st down. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on.
Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Zion McCollum.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. Pass thrown deep for Godwin. That's caught! And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Tampa. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Buccaneers will level things out at 7 apiece. Detroit's going to use their second timeout, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Very little time remaining in this first half, as this kick is away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he'll get about 5. So, 1 touchdown apiece for our two teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. And we get you across the state to Orlando. And check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman, as our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by White. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. Pass thrown deep for Godwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. On the handoff, it's Irving. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
He'll go again here with Irving. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Mayfield. This one is intercepted by Carlton Davis. And the Lions will take over at their own 14-yard line.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He'll have a yard or two up to about the 16. Second down and 8. Throwing, Goff. And he'll be taken down. They get him back at the 5-yard line.
I've been in enough locker rooms in my day, Mike, and pretty much all of the messages are the same. We want to start the second half fast. We want to take the fight to our opponent. Well, snapping the ball inside your own 5-yard line after that sack, I promise you, was not part of the speech. And if they're not careful, they're on the verge of
trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. What a play by the defense in a tie game. Not only do they come up with the turnover, Greg, they score the touchdown and take the lead.
And that's just a mistake, Mike, at this point in the game that you just cannot make on offense. You find yourself in a game that could go either way, and you just gift wrap the opposing team a chance to take it back the other way and take the lead.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bucs will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, it's Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Quick slant, caught by St. Brown.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Into the hands of Brock Wright. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and The age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
First down throw there is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. A throw complete to Tim Patrick. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Really nice answer to the previous drive from this quarterback. You want to play at this league and you want to play for a long time, you better have a short-term memory because mistakes are going to happen. Really nice job here bouncing back, putting together a promising drive, and he's open to come away with a touchdown of his own.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet inbound.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
That's caught by Gibbs. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Crowd noise rises. Big play here. 3rd and 1. They'll drop to throw. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Montgomery. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Here comes 2nd down. Goff to throw. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. The Lions call their first timeout, and the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. They face 2nd down and 7. Right back to Irving. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Here's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And the Buccaneers will take over here just shy of the 30. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Buccaneers get the win as we say so long from Tampa.
A city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And here we go from Miami. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Irving on the inside give. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Now here's Mayfield. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Buying some time right. Let's see his back. Here's Rachaad White. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 39. That pass, the ball is loose. Oh, and the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner. Because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
3rd down run from White. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
So far, so good to begin this one as they've got a new set of downs beyond midfield. Mayfield on 1st and 10. That's complete, Mike Evans. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They run the counter with White. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Zach Sealer there to bring him down. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
This one's taken in by Otten. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Intended target there was Mike Evans. And that brings up 4th and long.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Here we go. It's Mayfield. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cater Kohu. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Tua taken right to the air. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. His first throw is an interception. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers take possession of the football.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Irving has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal. So that was an exciting first quarter, but not the cleanest. A couple of early turnovers. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Ready to go with our 2nd quarter. Buccaneers with the ball and a chance to score. White. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Back-to-back runs stop short, and now it leaves him with a big 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Going power with a big tight end. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Mayfield to throw for it. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Tagovailoa from his end zone. This one falls incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up. Throwing again from their own end zone now. Fits it through the middle. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a quick punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Set them back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. They go play action with Tagovailoa. Buying some time left. Got his target. It's Hill. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down. Here's Tua again. That's caught. Devon Achane. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Devontae David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Tagovailoa off the play fake. Completes this one to Hill. And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he's got a nice gain down inside the 10-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins get some late points and the lead. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to flow toward it. And that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Kate, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. This is caught by Trey Palmer. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st down, here's Baker. Bails out of the pocket quick. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Looking for Chris Godwin that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Throwing again is Baker. It's another 1st half mistake. He's intercepted again. Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Dolphins are hauled down on the return at the 45-yard line.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. The rookie from Georgia has it. And the Buccaneers will start with it in the 4th after an interception to end the quarter. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers tie it just before halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Washington now to return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. He takes a knee, and that's going to run out the final couple seconds of half number 1. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Washington now to return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. A-Chain on the inside give. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. They don't get anything on 1st, and now they face 2nd and 15.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They'll stick with A-Chain. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. Nothing for them on the play, and it leaves them in a rough spot. 3rd and 15. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. So that brings up 4th and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Looking to throw. He lets one fly deep downfield. Oh, brother, it's another interception. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
And defenders are there to get him at the line. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. It's Kader Kohu up to make that play.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd and short, Mayfield. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
That's going to be caught by Evans. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They hit him for 5 yards on 4th down and get the successful conversion. New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Irving hauls it in. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Escapes the pocket. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Mayfield to throw again. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Kader Kohu. And the Dolphins get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And he can't hang on to it in the end zone. Not an interception, only an incompletion. So they get it back. 2nd down coming up. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. To the ground it goes, that's incomplete. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. This, our last play of the quarter. Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Throwing this back in the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take the lead as time runs out here in the 3rd. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw. Just the right touch. And you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
Sanders all set to send it away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the give to Irving. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. That's to the sideline, and Evans has got it. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. On the give, this is Irving. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Back to throw it. Hauled in by Godwin. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And the fourth down call pays off as they'll move the chains. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Buccaneers facing a 5-point deficit. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Got a man. Palmer has it. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. Once again, Irving. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. He'll look to throw it. This one's caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Jordan Brooks comes up with it. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now a timeout, and there may be time for 2 plays here, Brock, but a quick short one does them no good. They got to go for broke here. The Buccaneers bringing out a dime. Look, 3rd down coming. And they're trying something here. They fake the spike. And this was a mess from the start, Brock. They call a fake spike, and he's hit and dropped now for the sack.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
This is a city that's hosted more Super Bowls than almost anybody else. And, oh yeah, Brock, they've won a couple of their own along the way, too. We're in the home of the Buccaneers, Tampa, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're off from Tampa. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Handoff headed right, Irving. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Going to the ground again on first. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 34. That's to his back. Here's Rachaad White. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Darius Slay with the stop.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing, Baker. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They give for the first time to Rachaad White. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Here's Baker to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They motion the tight end over. Straight ahead, it's Irving. He's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Return starts at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hurts comes out throwing. Goddard makes the catch. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Hurts now from the gun. Has a man, it's Brown. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They start out with a 2nd and 3. They run it with Saquon Barkley. They'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Tackle made by Kalijah Cansey. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Play brought to an end by Jordan Whitehead. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Getting out to his left. Throwing on the run, deep down that left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. This finds Smith. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a Philadelphia first down. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. The Eagles trailing in the early going. Quite the opening drive they've put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. First down, a run with Barkley. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Able to get it to Barkley. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone, so the football will come back out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. It's a design boot. Flushed out of the pocket. Got Evans, it's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10 from the 41. Baker now off to play fake. He's going to push one deep down the right. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
I mean, you could see it right there. The trajectory of the ball changed as it was in flight. You know, on shorter throws, receivers, they can focus, they can adjust quickly. But on a long-distance throw like that, a tip, well, it really alters the course of the ball and makes it so tough to make an adjustment in time.
Second down, Mayfield to pass. That one's cut along the left sideline. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Baker throwing again. Chased out to his right. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
Intercepted in the end zone. Picked out by Quinion Mitchell. And the Eagles will start with it in the 4th after an interception to end the quarter.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
It's our last chance.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. He'll throw it. Hits him on the in route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. One last play before the break. Back to throw it. He lofts it deep left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're off and running once again. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka gets there to take him down. Offense in the hurry up here. The play fake now hurts to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And that's good for a gain of 5. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka gets there to take him down. Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the 39. That's incomplete left side. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Taken in by Smith. He's got the first down grab and still going. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Able to find Dotson here. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles take the lead right away in half number 2. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Play fake. It's Mayfield. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Darius Slay has it. And the Eagles get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
This is the end of... Second down now, 7 to go. They go to Barkley again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. They did it! He made the interception! And the Buccaneers have some new life in the 4th. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Irvin here from the gun. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
They kick the running back in motion. First down. Here's Baker. He's on the move. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Yet another interception, and that could be what does it. And the Eagles will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast. On first down, Hurts. Rolling left, buying some time. Now here he goes. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa.